actually, I started doing the Monday and Thursday fast for many reasons. It's not really, the focus is not really on physical health or whatever. It's more about other stuff that I don't really want to explain right now. So, this is sort of burning. There you go, we got a fire. I'm a little hungry already, but I can't really eat anything until I can't remember what the iftar time is today, but it's probably after like 8:30 ish, something like that. I have the timer set already, so I don't have to worry about it. I'll probably start cooking at 8. But yeah, I started fasting Monday and Thursday. Just last Thursday I started because it's kind of hard to explain, but when I was living in Turkey for 3 years, I lived with my ex-mother-in-law, right? I was married to a Turkish guy, and my in-law family is very religious. They're very conservative. All of the women in the family wears black charshaf, so it's like a black, like coverall, like one piece that they wear, right? And there's another piece that if they want, they can cover their face too. But anyway, I live with my ex-mother-in-law, and there's something that she does, like she fasts every Monday and Thursday. I have never seen that before, right? I have never heard of that before I went to Turkey, even though I studied, like Near Eastern languages and civilizations as my major, and we had to, like learn about Islamic history, like the religion, the practices and everything. But I didn't remember coming across, that kind of practice. So yes, I lived with my ex-mother-in-law for 3 years, and I watched her fast every Monday and Thursday. Besides of Ramadan, okay, so once a month, Muslims, devout ones, just fast all month from pretty much sunrise to sunset. Um, that's something that's popular, but like I said, I didn't know that you can fast Monday and Thursday. But anyway, I respect my ex-mother-in-law a lot, and I just thought about her, and I thought about her fasting every Monday and Thursday, and I figured, I don't know, I just think that that's something that I should try. I did fast when I was living in Turkey during Ramadan, and I do miss the whole vibe of Ramadan. How we all come together toward the end of the day. If I'm home, usually I'm working like in the evening, but when I'm home, we get to like cook together, prepare iftar together. And there's just something about, sitting around waiting for the azan to be read. We sit around, we already have water, food, everything ready. We're with our friends or family. And we're sitting around, we're waiting for azan to be read, and as soon as the azan is being read, we drink our water, we eat our dates, and then we have our iftar, our breaking fast dinner. So that's just something that I haven't really experienced since I left in 2013. I've I tried fasting alone before, but it didn't really work out so well. That was a few years ago. It's just, I guess my mentality wasn't there, and I partly wanted to test my resolve, because for me to fast like this, being alone, I'm not really hanging out with anyone that's fasting Monday and Thursday. Um, Being alone, it takes a lot more discipline. I'm assuming it takes a lot more discipline than, being in an environment where everybody else is also doing it. So I wanted to try that, and I've been doing this since last Thursday, and I'm going to just keep doing this Another reason why I wanted to do this is because I'm a Buddhist teacher. She lives in India, and she's actually an abbess that she's running a nunnery. She started a nunnery 26 years ago now, 26 years ago. Quite a few occasions she mentioned something in Tibetan Buddhism called Nyungne, and it's a type of fasting that the Tibetan Buddhists do. And she didn't really describe it to me much, but you know, I'm able to kind of look things up here and there. And supposedly, I don't know how to describe it, but from what I remembered, I think the first day they fast, but they can still drink water. But on day 2, it's literally like a 24-hour no food, no water, plus prostrations fasting. Right? I've never seen anything like this before. The only religious fasting that I've done is the Islamic one when I was in Turkey. So I don't know, just because, you know, it's like a convergence of different things that got me to, you know, do what I wanted to do today, what I wanted to do this past Monday, what I wanted to start last Thursday. So, and how do I feel? I actually don't feel, I don't, so for this past Thursday and this past Monday when I fasted, because I'm not really like fasting in the summer, I think. Unlike when I was in Turkey, Ramadan fell in the months when it was really hot in Turkey, so we were fasting like over 16, 17 hours a day. And I was working too, so. But fortunately, I was working inside where there was AC. I was a teacher, so like I wasn't like doing physical work. I mean, can you imagine the people that does physical work and they are still fasting through 16 plus hours a day in the hot sun? So I didn't have to go through that, and it's actually even easier for me in the past, you know, last week and this week, because I've just been, you know, building things at home, working on things at home, trading and all this stuff. So I'm literally not exerting a lot of physical energy. So I don't really feel any difference. Like, I don't, yeah, my stomach might growl and stuff, but I'm used to, you know, letting my stomach growl and not eating immediately anyway. So I'm fine with that. And, yeah.